Welcome to Motorholme TV, and you're joining us for another interview from Motorhome headquarters in Cambridge with business founder Andrew Hughes. And Andrew, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of the company and your fleet. Motorhome has been going for 10 years now, hasn't it? And you're the market leader in terms of motorhome rental, so that's been building up over the last 10 years.
Yes, it's funny to think that we only started with one motorhome back in the good old days and quickly grew our fleet to 10. And thereafter we hit on the idea of renting out other people's motorhomes, and that really snowballed, I think, from the 10 fleet to 60, 120, and now somewhere around 500 vehicles on the what we would call our owner fleet. And at the same time our own what we would call our depot fleet is around 100 vehicles. So yeah, in total probably a 600 vehicle hire fleet.
Indeed, and as you mentioned, there's kind of two different offerings. There's the vehicles under your control that are at the depots, and then there's the owner fleet of some 500 vehicles. How do you control the quality across the fleet?
It's a lot easier to control the quality at our depots because we only operate with brand new vehicles, and at the end of each season we effectively move them on and no longer have them at the depots. So the maximum age, I guess, at a depot would be 6 months old. And because they're all standard, they're all the same vehicle, well, they're not all the same vehicles, but they're all three different types of models, small, medium and large, it's a lot easier for us to control that. And obviously we have very stringent procedures and checklists for each and every one of our vehicles that goes out from a depot.
And talking about the owner fleet, how do you control the quality of the hirer's experience for those vehicles?
We generally find that owners are very house proud of their vehicles, and obviously because they're only dealing with the one, they have a lot more time to attend to issues that you would get if you were trying to get, say, 6 out in one day. You obviously have a limited amount of time, so because they've got longer, they do generally get a very well presented vehicle, and the owner can give them a lot of insider tips to getting the best from that particular motorhome, because obviously they know it so well. So the quality of the experience overall is always very high. As a business though, we do make sure that every hirer is given an opportunity to give us what we call a feedback at the end of their hire, and they grade the quality, the cleanliness, the handover, the presentation of the vehicle, and they're able to do that on each and every hire booking. And obviously when we receive that back from the hirer, we take the necessary steps to control the owners as we see fit.
So if I was going to hire a motorhome, is it really dependent on where I want to pick the vehicle up from as to whether I would get an owner motorhome or one from your depot?
Well, let me help you with that, Vanessa. Basically, you have a choice. You can book online at for one of our depots. You don't need to speak to anybody. You know you'll be getting the vehicle, but you will have to pick it up from one of our depots. Now, that works for a lot of people because our depots are strategically located around the country. You can leave your car there for the duration and then obviously go on with your holiday. Now, depending on how you want to play it, you can drive to the depot and that's close to your holiday, or you can pick it up close to where you live and then go on your holiday. With the owner vehicles, because they are literally scattered all over the country, you can either pick one up again near to where you live or around the corner in some instances, or you can pick it up near where your holiday starts effectively. So if let's say you lived in London and you wanted to go to the Lake District, you could pick one up either around London or drive to the Lake District and pick one up there. That's obviously a faster way to do things, and it seems down to personal choice.
Okay, so the staff here at headquarters, I'm assuming that they've built up relationships with owners over the years, that they've been renting their vehicles out through you. Does that mean the staff here can help people find the ideal vehicle for their particular needs? That's
right. Well, you know, obviously there are many different configurations of vehicles. Some people want a rear lounge for socialising, some people need bunk beds, and it's not possible for us at our depots to hold every different configuration, like I said. But we do have within the fleet just about everything you can think of, from large American RVs down to small, you know, very cosy two-berth campers. So yes, we can obviously find whatever you like within our 500 owner fleet, but it is different, as I say, the experience to some extent to what you get from the depot. We do provide a video series on getting the most out of every one of our vehicles. We do a handover video which shows you how to operate it safely and how to secure everything in the vehicle properly and get the most from it. And you're right, we are providing a video series in the future about planning your route and how best to enjoy a motorhome holiday.
And if somebody has a problem when they're on holiday, is it simply a case of picking up the phone to you or the owner?
Again, yes, we operate a 24-hour emergency phone line service, and obviously we have experienced people who can talk you through getting the fridge started and breaking down if that happens, you know, all those kind of good things. But as you say, the owners are the best people to speak to if it is provided by the owner, because usually it's a little quirk or something that they've overlooked, and you know, 9 times out of 10 they can solve it over the phone in a couple of minutes.
Fantastic. So it sounds to me as if you've brought a lot of your own personal experience and passion for motorhoming to the business, that you know what the issues are and you've thought ahead to resolve those.
Yeah, absolutely. As I say, I did start with one vehicle and ran the business for the first 4 years single-handed, so I do know my way around motorhomes to say the least.